Okay, so we're going to think about breathing into the front, the sides, and the back. So as you breathe in, put your hands on your tummy and breathe in as the belly expands to expand the side and the back. Okay, we'll try that. So inhaling and exhaling. Okay, keep going with that pattern. So inhale for about 4 counts and exhale for 4 counts. Do that a few more times, just sitting quietly and being with your breathing, consciously slowing it down. And then try and be with the sensations in your body, tuning into your own rhythm. Just allowing a few moments to calm down and center yourself. Just create your own little space around you. So we'll start with a movement pattern. We did it last week just to mobilize through the joints. So the first one is just moving around the body. Keeping the head in line with the spine. There's a nice exercise to massage the internal organs and also to open up the hips and moving, just relieving any tightness in the lower back, hopefully. So keep going. I'm going clockwise at the moment. It doesn't matter which way you go as long as you change it. So just thinking about the breath, inhaling as you come forwards and exhaling back. That's it. Good. Come back to center and go the opposite way now. So this movement comes from the belly there. So you're trying to just move, keep the head still and just move from the hips there. Inhaling as you come forwards, you're rotating the pelvis and exhaling back. Keeping both hips on the floor if you can. Okay, come back to center. Just take a moment. And then we're going to do some flexing of the spine and extending. So we did it last week, so you're going to flex and extend. Flex and so it's like a spinal wave. So just moving the spine, opening up the vertebrae, increasing the flexibility in the spine. So just moving with a gentle flow. So everything that we're doing, we're going to focus on how we're feeling today. Okay, just a nice movement. So maybe make an intention to work slowly and be compassionate to yourself. If anything doesn't feel right, please don't do it. Maybe try it the next time. Good, come back to center, sit up nice and tall. So lengthen through your spine, make sure your head's sitting correctly on your spine, as if you're being pulled up by an invisible cord at the crown of your head there. So put your hands on your shoulders, and then we're going to go side to side. Make your arms parallel if you can, and go down to one side and down to the other. So we're doing lateral movements here. Just side bending, opening up the rib cage to the side, allowing your body to move with a flow. Use your breathing to inhale to one side and exhale to the other. If the breathing isn't coming naturally, don't worry too much about that. Don't ever worry about that. It will come eventually. Maybe you just need to focus on the movements just now. Good. Side to side. Keeping both hips on the floor. And come back to center. So now we're going to do a little twist. So we're going to twist to one side and then the other. So take this slowly to start with. Just allowing the head to go round as well. There's a nice twist there. So keeping the spine flexible is really important. And this is what these spinal patterns are helpful. Side to side. And we're going to come to one side and just take a gentle twist there. Hold on to your knee or your leg, the thigh there. push up with the back hand, take your head round gently, and then come back to center. Let's do that again, twisting, and go to the opposite side. Side to side, and then turning to the side, take a hold of the knee and push up. A gentle twist and take your head slowly round. That's it, just a gentle twist there, trying to lengthen through your spine, and then release. Come back to center. So we're going to do the huffing breath that we did last week. So we're going to inhale up, in through the nose and blow out through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. So filling up the lungs to full capacity and then releasing it all out. Inhale and exhale. Keep that going. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Just take a moment there. So from there, we're going to take the legs out and we're going to move a little into the hip there. So you're going to lift your leg up and take a hold of it. So either there, holding the outside of the foot, or you can cradle the leg, depending on your flexibility. And you're just going to gently move and stretch the hip there. It doesn't matter if you've got it held like this, just hold it best you can and try and get a little bit of movement into the hip. My whole body's moving, just try and move the hip. Keep the body still. Good. Don't strain or stress, just a gentle movement there. We'll put the leg back down, lift the other leg up, take a hold. You could be like this, just gently moving, mobilizing your hip joint. Flex your foot to protect your knee. Maybe you can get a bit more, the leg a bit closer to you and just ease into the hip. Good. Keep it going. Keep it going. And then place the leg back down. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to stretch the back of the leg. So lifting your arms up, either side of your ears. So keeping the hat, so we're going to fold from the hip there. So you're going to come forwards and up. Only go as far as you feel the stretch. So we're stretching the lower back and the back of the legs. Rather than let the hands come down so you can reach forward, just keep the hands in line there and see, just go only as far as you can to feel the stretch there. Straighten your arms if you can. Side to side. And come back to the center. Take your arms down. Bring one leg in. So you're going to place it wherever you can, maybe on the calf, up here. The legs up, try and open it out a little bit. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, stretching up. Hope you can also see me. I've got something coming on my screen now, don't know why. Coming forwards, stretching forwards and up. Up and stretching. So see if you can lift your body up and stretch forwards. Keep going there. And put your arms down. Other leg. Stretching up. Coming forwards towards the leg. Keep that going. I don't know if you can you hear me okay? Dan, I hope you've not lost me. And put your arms down. Good.
Loud and clear, Caroline, loud and clear.
Okay, good. Thank you. Right, so from there, we're going to take the legs forward, straight forward in front of us. Stretching the arms up again. Keep the feet flexed and come forward. So your first forward fold. So forward folds are nice, it should be relaxing. Please don't ever be tempted to overstretch. Only go as far as you feel. When you feel the stretch, that's as far as you need to go. You may want to breathe in here, and when you breathe out, you might get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Lengthen through your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in and breathing out. So just take a moment there just to feel that stretch. Focus in on your body and see how that feels to you. So visualize this stretch happening. So visualize, take your mind introspectively in and to your body and just feel that stretch developing. Take your time. And then slowly round back up through the spine and come to sit nice and tall. So we're sitting up, hopefully in a bit of an L shape. If the knees are soft, that's fine, but try and straighten your leg. We're working towards a straight leg. Okay? So from here, we're going to do a little exercise. We're going to try and lift one leg up and then the other leg up. If you cramp, which I just did, bend the knees a little bit. One leg up and then the other leg up. Okay, keep that going. And then maybe at one point you'll be able to lift both legs up. Oh, no, that's difficult. Okay, so coming on to all fours. Come onto your hands and knees. Now I hope you can still see me okay. So we're going to do a little pattern of movement. Okay? So starting on the knees, I hope you've all got a mat so as your knees or something so as your knees don't get painful. So starting with our kneeling like this, if you can. Bring your hands to your chest. So check in, lengthen through your spine. Make sure you've got a nice long neck. So we're going to come on up, stretching our body up and gently back bending there. So from there, you're just going to bring the arms down, put them on your waist. You're going to sit down and up. Down and up. Sorry if you can't see my head. I'll go further back. Down and up. Down and up. From there, we're going to stretch up and we're going to take what's known as camel. So the feet should be about hip width apart and try and get your positioning of your legs. The hips should be above the knees. And in this particular position, we're going to take the hands behind us and gently ease back. Okay? So I'm going to just adjust this slightly so you can see my head maybe. That's better. Okay? So let's just try that. So take your hands behind you, put your hands on your back, just either side of your lumbar spine, on your glutes there. Bring your elbows in and gently, so it's the upper body that's going back, pull your tummy in to protect your back. Your head, keep your head in line there. Don't be tempted to go like this just now. Keep the head in line and slowly come back. Good. So that's the start of camel. Okay, so we're going to stretch up again, stretch up, and we're going to come forward. So we're going to go into extended child. Put your hands on the mat and stretch out there. Let your tailbone reach up to the air and then release down onto the mat. From there, come on up and we'll go into cat-cow. So we're going to round the spine here and release. So I did cat-cow last week. Rounding and releasing. Tailbone sticks up, tucks under here, head goes down, and then release. A few more of these and come back to neutral spine. Neutral spine. From there, you're going to lift one arm up. You're going to bend the elbow slightly, take the arm through and go into a stretch there. So I hope you can see me doing that. I'll turn around. So the wrist should be below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Arm comes up and through. Allow your elbow to bend, but you can help the stretch by pushing into the hand that's on the floor and getting a nice stretch there. Coming on up, take your time. Try to do that again to the other side, stretching up and taking the arm through and into a twist there. Then come back up, take your time, And then we're going to go back into our cat-cow, rounding and releasing. Do that a few times, and from there, we're going to go into down dog. So tucking your toes under, pressing into the knuckles there of the hand. Make sure the weight's not going back. Take the weight forward, push up, and push yourself back into down dog. There we go. So hopefully it's a bit like an upside down V. You're aiming to get the heels down eventually, but that's not the goal here. Just maybe bend one leg and then the other, stretching the back of the legs. Head should be approximately in between the arms. Shoulders are down the back. So take your shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Keep breathing there. And then we're going to come down onto our hands and knees again. And go into our cat stretch. Taking our body forward into what's known as puppy dog. Stick your tailbone in the air and have a nice stretch there. Only go as far as works for you. Hips approximately above the knees. Gently pushing back up. Coming up, stretching up in the air there. And I'm going to go into camel again. Tuck your toes under maybe this time. You may want to do the one that we did before. If you want to try doing a bit of a deeper back bend, you take the hands behind you. So the option is just to take your hands to here. You can take your hands to the heels. Either heel there. Push your chest forward. But try and keep your head in line there. Gently tuck your chin. Make sure that your hips are not going back here. You're pushing your hips forward and you're getting a nice opening there in your chest. And slowly come up if you can. And then sit back and stretch yourself out into child. Good, come on up. How did that go? Would you like to try that? We'll try that one more time, okay? So I'm just arranging my clothes. Okay, so start sitting on your hands and knees. Right, we're going to start just by pushing up into a gentle back bend there. Bringing the hands down, holding, taking a hold of our hips there, down and up. So try and check in that you've got a nice straight line there in your spine, got a neutral position. So you're breathing in, breathing in there and breathing out, pulling your navel to spine as you come up. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep that going, guys. In and out. So the more you do this, the more proficient you become at it. That's it, keep it going. Come up, stretch up again, take your hands behind you, and see if you can go into that gentle, so don't overstretch here, bring your elbows in close and open your chest out. Keeping your hips in line there with your knees. You should feel you're getting a nice opening there. If that's too much, just take your hands behind you and open your chest out. That might be another option. And bring your hands, press your palms together. That'll open your shoulder blades out a little, your chest out a little bit more. And then from there, we're going to come forward and take our hands forward with an extended child. Good. Coming up onto hands and knees, rounding the spine and releasing. Just feeling that movement running through the spine from the base of the spine all the way to the top of the head. Keep it going. Rounding. Nice massage for the spine. Tucking your toes up. Oh, and then we'll go into our twist here. So lifting the arm up and tucking it under. So you're threading it through. Coming down here, placing the side of your face on the mat. And getting a wee bit of a twist there. Push into the hand that's on the floor. And that'll help you to increase your stretch. Just breathe there, pushing yourself up. And do it on the other side. So lifting the arm up and threading it through. Releasing down to the mat. Let your side of your face lie on the mat if you can. Push into the hand that's on the floor to increase that stretch. Coming on up, hands on the mat. Tucking the toes under, pushing into down dog. So an upside down V position, best you can. If this is too much for you, go back into the puppy dog. And just moving the legs, increasing that stretch down the back of your body there. Shoulder blades down, away from the ears. That's it, good. Keep that going. Take a few breaths there. Back onto your knees. And stretch up into your cat. Stretching your back there. And then into the puppy dog. Let your hands come forwards. Tailbone in the air. Now here you could have a cushion just to, if it was too much for you to put your head on the floor, a couple of cushions even, and come forward to get that nice stretch. Tailbone should, knees, hips should be approximately above the knees there. Gently allowing your body to get into that stretch, opening up the body, pushing up slowly onto your knees as you stretch back here. Take your hands down. Option to do the camel here, so you can have the feet flat on the floor, you can have them tucked under. You can stretch, you can do stretching up here, going to one side only. Take your hands to your heel if you can, and stretch that arm up. Try and keep your hips square there. So you get a bit of a twist as well here. Breathe there if you can. And then the other side, take your time, stretching the arm up. So your biceps are about your ear there, twisting around and touching your heel and stretching up. Pushing your hips forward, come back, take your time. And just easing your body out. Take your hands behind you and open your chest. And come back. Go into your extended child there. You can keep the cushion if you need it. And just stretch there, easing your hips side to side. Releasing any tension in your spine there, at the base of the spine. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale up and exhale to turn around. How did that go? Okay, so we're going to move on to the pattern that we did last week. So it's quite a nice one. We're going to start in child and then move through the stretches that we did. Okay? So sitting up tall, on your knees, sorry. Just stretching your body up here. Take your time to take your tailbone back and go into a child. But this time, have the legs out wide. So your legs are open there, you're going into a wide pose here with the legs. Stretching your inner thigh and coming forward and just easing into that stretch. Take your time. So inhaling here and exhaling as you get a little bit deeper. Each time you're going to go a little bit deeper. Inhaling and exhaling. Well done. Take your hands to one side. So walk over to the right or the left and stretch there. Take your time. So you're getting a bit of a side bend there as well. Back to the centre slowly. And then over to the other side. And gently easing out the inner thigh there. I hope you can see me. And slowly come back to the centre. Push yourself up slowly onto your hands and knees. Checking your position. So knees are below hips, shoulders, wrists are below shoulders. If you've got any issues with the hands, maybe take them out a bit wider, like that. You could prospectively have maybe well, you couldn't really do with a cushion, but a mat to lift your hands up in a slightly different angle if it's not so good to have your wrists like that. The other option would be to be on this position here. Okay, so let's get moving. So we're going to first of all do little circles with the hip. So bringing the hips round in one way, the leg even, and then changing direction once you've done 5 or 6 in the other way. That's it, good. Keep it going. Okay, take a moment there. We're going to try and do another wee movement pattern, figure of 8. So you're going to bring the leg up, out, in, around. Ooh. So keep it going in a bit of a figure of 8 movement. If you can. Oh, it's a bit tricky. If not, just keep with the circles. That's a bit strange. Give it a go. See how you get on. Okay, let's try the other side. Check your position, bring the leg up and circle around one way and then the other way. So keep it going. Keep checking your position. Keep adjusting if you need to. Just being aware of how you feel all the time. That's it, good. Put your leg down. Maybe a wee figure of 8 if you can, or just stay with the circles. So think of the number 8 and try and draw the circle with your knee. It's more tricky than it seems. That's it, one more time. And put your knees down. From there, we're just going to move the hips around one way, circling them around, easing out any tension in the lower back, circling around, and then back to center. Okay, so let's push up into down dog now. Push up into down dog, and then we're going to bring one leg through. So up into down dog. Good. So today we may do a little hip opener. We may not. In this position, I'm sticking to my mat. You're going to lift the leg up. So you may remain there, or you can open the hip slightly, bring the leg over, bring the heel towards the opposite shoulder, and bring it back down. Okay, so either stay with the first position or try that. Bring the other leg up, bring it over, heel towards opposite shoulder. Keep with the breath there. And slowly bring it back down. Take your time. Good. From there, we're going to come onto hands and knees again and stretch out there. Stretching out into your puppy dog. Coming round to face you. Coming on up. What we're going to do here is we're going to bring one foot through. So bring one foot through between the hands, and we're in a low lunge. Easing into the hips, pushing yourself up here. My mat's moving about all over my rug. That's it. Good. So knee above the ankle there. Good. So we're going to try another stretch here. To stretch lower into the calf. I'll show you it from the side. So we're going to come forward. Okay, so in this position, because my hips are below my knee, it's okay for me to come forward here, bring the knee beyond, whoops, the ankle. Okay, so that's okay there. So coming slightly beyond, hands either side of the foot, and hopefully you get a bit of a stretch there into the lower calf. Try that one out. If it doesn't work, stay with the previous position. Slowly easing in and come on up. Okay, from there, we're just going to turn and twist there. Push your hand into your back there, at the side of your spine, and turn your shoulders around. Keep breathing. Good. And back round. Okay? So other leg forward, hands on the floor. At any point you need to use your back out, remember your cat-cow. And then bring the other leg through. Bringing it through. Sitting up into your stretch. Sinking down there. So letting your body, check that your legs are in the right position, and sink down into that stretch, opening up this hip flexor. Make sure you've got enough space so you actually feel it between the legs. From there, we're going to go forward into that stretch. So bend that knee as you come forward. This is an option. And you get a bit more stretch into the lower calf. You'll feel it coming down in here and also the Achilles there. So trying to keep the spine in alignment. Pushing up. Good. Keep breathing into your stretches. And come on back up. So sinking into that stretch. So you could have remained here and turning around. Easing your body open. So it's the upper body that's turning. The lumbar spine is fairly stable. And you're stretching out. The thoracic cavity is turning along with the head. Putting your hand on the back there to help you round. Come back round. Put your hands either side of your feet. Bring your body in. So feet together. Crouch down. We'll do that frog position that we did before. So stretching up here and down. So I'm adding in a little bit. There's yang movements. There's yin and yang. So yin are the movements where we're going slowly into our stretches. And yang is when we're moving more dynamically. Keep going. Good. As many as you can. And then just allow yourself to be in a forward fold there. Checking where your body weight is. Should be centered on your feet. Neither too far forward or back. And just let your body hang. So this is an inversion. The heart is below. The head is below the heart. Side to side. Just a little twist there again. Twists are good for detoxing the body. That's it. Put your hands on the floor. Take your feet a bit wider here. Feet are parallel. So we're in this forward fold position here. Put your hands in front of you. So you put the hand below the bridge of your nose. And we'll go into a twist here. Okay? So slowly turning there and twisting. If that's too much for you, put your hand down on your back. Got any shoulder issues? Good. Nice twist. Open the shoulder. And other side. Revolving your body open. Shoulder down. Stretching there. And back down. Do that again. Twisting round. Stretching. And down. Another twist. Stretching the back of the legs. We didn't do the actual half split, but we're stretching the back of the legs here. And down. Good. Bring your feet together. And what we're going to do here is we're going to bend the knees and come up into what's known as chair pose. Stretching here. So your arms stretch up in line with your ears and you're pressing your legs together. Stretching the arms, breathing. Take a few breaths and then fold forward again. Do that one more time. Stretching our body away. Stretching the arms away, I should say. Hold your core tight and come forward. Good. From there, bend your knees. And we're going to come down onto the mat again. I'm going to have to move my mat over a little bit. Let's go into our down dog again. Hands down on the mat, tuck your toes under and stretching back here. Good. Just enjoying that stretch. We'll do that sequence again. We'll lift the leg up, option to take it over. And then to come through. So you should be able to flow through without any sort of jerky movements. So you're coming forward, bringing the knee in towards the nose and placing the foot down, or helping it. From there, coming on up. And stretching there. Good. Enjoy that stretch. Sinking into the hips. Nice spinal alignment. From there, you've got an option. So we're going to try and do pigeon or kapotasana. So put the hands down either side of the feet. Bring the heel and fold the leg. So the heel's approximately at the groin there. And the knees out to the side. There, like that. That's it. So if that doesn't work for you, of course, you could be in this position here, which is slightly different. But if you want to try this one, this is where we are. Okay? So pushing into the hands to, so this is a bit of a back bend. If you push up, that's it. Lengthen through your spine. There's an option here to bend the back leg. Turn slightly and take a hold of the back leg. So see how you go. That gives you a nice stretch on the quadricep muscles. Look, it's a bit wobbly, so you've got to be stable there. Focus on what you're doing. Use the other hand to help. And put the leg down. Good. From there, tuck the toe under back into our down dog. That's it. Good. Let's bring the other leg forward. So whichever leg you brought forward the first time, bring the other one forward. And place it on the mat. So the hips here should be square. They should, hopefully they're not up like that. Working towards pushing up into this pose here. And hopefully you feel a nice stretch there. Pushing into a back bend. Bringing that back leg up. I'll show you it from the side. Bring that back leg up. Take a hold. Okay. So you can see there is a slight back bend there. And release it down. Good. Coming round. Back through your pigeon. And from there we're just going to put our hips down and bring the legs around. Good. Stretch out. Stretch out. So let's do, some nice hip stretches here. The hips are nice and wide. I'm just coming to adjust the screen slightly. That's it. Good. So hopefully it's a bit better this way. You can see me a bit more clearly. Stretching the legs out. Doesn't matter, my mat's determined to go off the carpet. Okay, stretch the legs out. Maybe we should have an interactive class one day. You can all talk to me. Right, sitting up nice and tall. Legs are wide. Slowly easing the body forward. Take your time. Wide leg forward fold. Easing down. So this is, as we talked about last week, you've been mindful of how this feels. Never overstretching, as that's going to end up damaging the ligaments, tendons and joints. So just slowly easing forward. You can come down onto the forearms if that works for you. If not, you could be here, just whatever. Doesn't make any difference. As long as you feel the stretch, that's your position for today. Take a deep breath there. As you breathe out, ease forward a little bit more. Good. One more inhale and exhale forward. That's it. Keep the head in line with the spine and slowly come up. So we've got the option to do a slightly different pose, bring the foot in. So see wherever you can manage to bring it to. The legs hopefully are quite wide. What we're going to do is we're going to come over, take a hold of the big toe there, or the leg wherever you can get it, take a hold and ease yourself into a side bend there, bending the elbow, trying to open up the chest. The knee, my knee's up. Hopefully eventually the knee will go more towards the mat and open out there. That's it. That's a tricky one. And slowly up. Okay, so bring the legs in. into our butterfly here. So butterfly pose, another inner thigh stretch. What I'm going to ask you to do is try a little bit of a muscle energy technique. So relaxing your shoulders down, press your arms into your thighs. Okay, so press the forearm into the thigh and take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to push the leg into the arm for about 5-6 seconds. So you're contracting the muscle, breathing in there, and when you breathe out, you're going to allow the stretch you're just going to go into the stretch, relax the muscle. Hold the stretch there, don't let it go. So readjust, straighten your spine, breathe in, breathe out. As you push in for about 5 seconds, contracting the inner thigh. Breathe in there, breathe out as you release that. So you'll see my legs are opening out a little bit more. Hopefully get a little bit, this is quite, it's quite a good technique to actually develop your stretching. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. Oh, that's a big word. So we're just working with the brain really. So breathe in there, breathe out and stretch reflexes. Push into the arm, forearm, for about 6 seconds. And deep inhale as you relax the leg down. So take your time just to develop that stretch. A few more moments there. Usually you would hold this stretch for maybe 10 to 20 seconds or maybe a bit longer if you've got time. If you're working by yourself, you can hold it for longer. In order to develop a stretch, you need to hold the stretch for longer than a minute. If you're only holding stretches for 15 seconds, you're not going to develop your stretch at all. All that's going to do is just facilitate the lack of mobility, stretch in the muscle. So you need to be going into longer stretches. Good. Bring the knees in. And then we'll try one we did last week where we brought the leg over. So you're going to bring the right leg over and gently pull the leg in and turn around. So this is a bit of a twist as well. Easing into that twist there. That's it. Good. There's an option to put that foot on the side and bring this other leg in. You can stay with the twist or you can go into this position here. Trying to get the knees above each other. That's it. Stretching the arms out. Right arm over if it's right leg, just to remind you, and go into your eagle arms. Shoulders down, turning to one side and then the other. Good, keep that going if you can, or just stay static in the pose. Option to stay there or come forward. Take your time. And then slowly up. So only do what you can manage and release. Good. So you might have still just been in that twist there. Take yourself back now for a moment to open and release the chest. Unfurl the legs. So now we're going to take the left leg over and option just to go into your twist. So when you're going into the twist, your foot's flat on the floor. You're just going to turn towards the leg. Ease the hip out a little bit by turning and pulling the leg in, pushing into the hand to help open the chest. Good. Checking in how you feel, and then come back out with that stretch. Stay in that stretch if you prefer to stay in that one a bit longer and not do this one, but you've got an option to do this one here, which is quite an extreme hip stretch. Left leg over, left arm over, into the back opener, side to side, up and down. Try and work out the movement that works for you right now. Good. From there, you may be able to fold forward, see how you feel, leaning on your leg. And take your time as you come up. Release the arms and release the legs. Good. So from there, we're going to do a stretch to open the back of the body. So this is either you can use a couple of cushions. Maybe you've not got them if you're outside. I should have said that in the beginning, but I'm going to show you this. Maybe next time you can find something that you can use, maybe a roller. But this is quite a nice stretch to open the chest. So it's known as fish. I'll show you it without this if you've not got something to do it with. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands to this position here. You're going to come down, push your hands underneath your hips there, and you've got the elbows, so you're going to open, you can open the legs out, and from there you're going to take your head, so without letting the head go back like that, just gently and slowly pull the chin back, opening out the chest. Be aware that your shoulders will be tending to go like that, open them out. So like the back bend we did earlier, there's another back bend. You could have cushion behind you there to help rest the head, but we're not going to stay in this particular position too long. To come up, just make sure you can push yourself back up and out. So that's how to do it without any assistance. You can assist yourself with a roller or with a cushion. So you can put the roller or the cushion underneath there. So about the bra line. This is just a small peanut, it's called. So just the same idea, you're going to allow your body to open up. So you need to get this position so it feels right. And then just allow yourself to open there. Chest opener. If it's a cushion, maybe you'll be able to just take your head down to the mat and feel this opening in your chest. So you can open your arms out here, or you can take them above your head. Oops. Just move around so it feels like you're getting benefit from this stretch. You can have a blanket rolled up. You could have cushions, as I said, or a little, if you've got a roller, you maybe use your roller, okay? So just take your time to allow this opening here. Thinking about your breathing pattern, how are you breathing? Are you breathing naturally? From there, roll onto your side, push yourself up, and then check in with how you feel. Good. So from there, you can use your cushions or you can use this to help yourself into position. Now, first of all, we're going to do a little twist. We did it last week, so hopefully you can manage it again. So we're going to bring the legs in, feet together, and you're going to, I hitch my hips over slightly and take my legs down to the side. So my knees are out to the side. I'm keeping this, so I'm trying to keep this shoulder on the floor, the opposite shoulder. So I've got my knees over to the left and my right shoulder should be on the mat, stretching out there. That's it. An option would be to take a hold of the bottom leg and stretch your quadricep muscle. Turn your head away from the knee, so you're looking to the opposite side, away from the knee, if that feels right for you. Bring the knees back to the center. Take a moment there to realign your spine and over to the other side, spinal twist. So it's a passive spinal twist, shoulder down, opening the arms out to the side, looking away from the knees. Option to take a hold of the foot there and go into a slightly different stretch where you're stretching the quadricep muscle. Arms can be out to the side or above your head. Stretching the arm as well. Good. Bring your knees back in and bring them into your chest and gently rock there. As if you're going around a clock face, one way, massaging into your lumbar spine. We're going to do a little rock and roll here. So I'm holding onto one leg straight, and I'm going to rock here. So it's a gentle rock. If you're out in the garden, I don't think that'll work for you. You need to be on something soft, a gentle rock. That's it. And if you're not doing that, it's fine. Bring your knees in one more time. And see if you can rock yourself up to sitting. That's it. Good. So the other thing we can do with this type of medium or gadget is put it on the mat. So if this sort of sliding, I'm going to show you from the side view. It could be a cushion, could be this, could be a mat rolled up. You're going to put it underneath your hips. So at the, not in the lower back, at the sacrum there, just in between the coccyx and the lower back, legs are straight in the air. So you're, so this is not very high, but you can make it higher depending on how you feel. So this is taking your legs up in the air and just relaxing there. So eventually we'll be able to go into what's known as shoulder stand. But at the moment, if you're able to do that and you've done it before, you're comfortable with it, you can do that, or we can just stay here. Okay, so shoulder stand, you've got to use your core, be strong in the core to be able to pull your legs up. Place your hands on your back there. Your chin, your neck is long, and you're on your shoulders there. You're not on anywhere near your neck. And slowly come down. But if you're just sitting with the legs up, that's fine. And then we're going to relax. Okay, so slowly bend the knees in, and just one last stretch here if the hips are up here to stretch the inner thigh. The hip flexors, just to take the leg out here and allow it down to the mat. If you're on the mat, flat on the mat, it's the same thing. You won't get such a big stretch. Make sure your neck's long at the back there. Your chin's you've got your chin very slightly tucked. So it's not back, it's nice, a nice neutral spine. Pull the knee in towards you. And then see if you can swap. Bring both knees in and then take your time to swap. Oh, this is a bit wobbly. Swap the legs, stretching the hip flexor. Take your time, pull the knee in towards you, lengthen the bottom leg away. The bottom leg should be long. Adjust if you need to. This thing's wobbly. Pull the knee in and then slowly come off and roll yourself back up. So you've got an option now to lie on the mat, flat out in a relaxation position, or you can sit up with me and take a few moments just to relax. So sitting up, if you're sitting up, you're going to sit up nice and tall. If you're lying down, you're just going to let the arms lie out to the side of you there and let the feet just flop out to the side. Or find a position that works for you. It's absolutely fine. So sit up as tall as you can. Take your time to check in with your breathing. So inhaling, feel the expansion in your belly, your chest, and relax it back down. Just take a moment. And then if you're lying down or sitting up, doesn't matter. So just going to think about how you're feeling and checking in with your breathing pattern. Closing your eyes and see if you can still your active mind. So just letting the stream of busy thoughts gradually unwind. Allowing them some space to come and go. You can watch them, how they unfold. Just observe them and do not judge. So don't try and clutch or hold on. Some thoughts are in the future and some are in the past. But underneath that chatter, there's a silence. Just feel the rhythm of each breath. Feel the beating of your heart. So just pulsating there, So just let light and warmth flood in now. And just relax in this moment. So just think about relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. If you're lying down, same idea. Just think about moving your breath through your body. So think about breathing into your feet and relaxing them. Your calf muscles, your knees, your thighs, and then moving into your pelvis. Relax your pelvis, relaxing all the muscles around the pelvis, and relax your abdominal muscles, your internal organs there, your organs of digestion. Moving into your chest, relaxing your chest, relaxing the rib cage, all the muscles around the rib cage, your heart and your lungs. Into your shoulders, let the shoulders relax. Relaxing the arms, both hands, fingers, thumbs, palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms. And once again, just let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Relaxing your neck. Maybe swallow just to relax the throat. Just relaxing your face. All the muscles in your face, your chin, your cheeks, your lips, your tongue, your nose, your ears, your eyes, your cheeks again, and your forehead and your scalp. Instruct the mind to unwind there and relax. Feel all the muscles down the back of the head relaxing and all the muscles in your spine. Just taking time there to let go. Let go of any tension in the body. And just finding some peace there. Breathing naturally. And just enjoying these few moments. Just sitting in silence. So slowly now, if you were doing this on catch up, you could stay longer. If not, if you wish to come out of this position, you're going to slowly start to focus on the sounds around you. It's just the feeling of the air touching your body. The sounds, the air touching your body. And just how you're feeling. Feeling your heart beating. And slowly start to bring some movement. So you're going to circle your wrists one way. And then the other way. If you're lying down, you may want to do your feet, but you can bring your legs out. If you're sitting, just circle one way and then the other. Circle your ankles, circling at the ankles. Good. From there, you're going to roll onto your side if you're going to come up and slowly push yourself back up to sitting. Either sit with your legs crossed or out and sit up nice and tall. Open your eyes if you have them closed. And then we're going to do the movements that we did to start with. So a little circling around. One way. Just short and then the other way. That's it, come back up. Just gently ease your back out by going into a sitting cat-cow or spinal flex. So it's similar to cat-cow. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands over to one side, so stretch all down one side and then the other side. And then just a wee twist round to one, twisting there and twisting there. Bring yourself back. Just take a moment just check in and thank yourself for showing up. Nice to see you all once again, and take care. Look after yourself. Bye.